And this is the craziest ad I think I've seen in my lifetime.
Zohran Mamdani's opponents want you to believe he's an inexperienced radical whose policies will make New York City more dangerous. But what do his actual supporters think?
Mamdani isn't crazy.
He's just trying to even the playing field.
You know, give everyone a fair shot. Sure, he said multiple times we need to defund the police, but that was just a metaphor.
And yes, he did say crime is a social construct. But that was also a metaphor.
His main backer, the Democratic Socialists' ideas are common sense, such as
Decriminalizing misdemeanors, like shoplifting.
third-degree assault,
Oh, God.
trespassing,
Hey.
prostitution,
Oh.
And drunk driving.
With plans to decriminalize all drugs, Mamdani will be a job creator for drug dealers.
Instead of helping us homeless get off the streets and into the mental health facilities we need, he wants to give us safe injection sites to do crack and let us sleep in subway carts. These are actual policies Mamdani and the DSA want to implement on day one. When a woman's being domestically abused, she finally won't have to deal with some pesky cop to arrest the abuser, but now a social worker to help, kumbaya the situation.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Mamdani is finally lowering jail sentences. Guilty! But Mamdani says you're free to go.
Who cares if legalizing prostitution statistically leads to an increase for sex trafficking of women and young girls by 70%?
You can't have safety without equality.
For unlawful abiding citizens like us, globalize the intifada.
I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal.
I'm a criminal.
Yep. I'm a criminal. For Zohran.
For Zohran Mamdani!
I didn't have a real job until I was 30, but sure, give me the keys to the city. What's the worst that can happen?
Paid for by Cuomo for NYC.
All right. That was pretty out there. I guess Cuomo and his team must be desperate if they want to use AI art or AI. It's an AI campaign because that's what it was. That's the future of elections. Artificial intelligence. Yeah, no, that's the future. That is going to be the future of campaigns. And while that was completely sloppy, there was a lot of things very clear. I mean, everyone knew it. You saw it with your own eyes. You could tell it was AI. That's what's down the road. That's what's waiting for us. So while New York City might be an interesting show, I'm willing to bet that my colleagues in NYC are probably going to be messaging me maybe in a few days, I don't know, or maybe when it's 2027 saying, damn, your election makes ours look like a simple day at the park. Because I only can imagine now how other candidates are going to be using this kind of technology. Artificial intelligence, computers, AI, it's going to be part of our life now. And you can only see the potential of what can be done to convince voters to vote for you or use that hate your opponent. And it's going to get better. It's going to get sharper. It's going to get sexier. It's going to get sleeker. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because once it's out there, once it's being used, and of course it garnered a lot of attention, but then sometimes you might get backlash. So Cuomo condemned over racist AI ad depicting criminals for Zohran Mamdani. Hey, if Cuomo can do it, Zohran, I'm just going to say it, so can you. So New York City mayoral hopeful Andrew Cuomo has been widely labeled as a racist after his official X account posted and then deleted. They deleted it because it didn't go too well. But it planted the seed. It is out there now. Everyone has a copy of it, and there will be future candidates who will be using it. Some for good, some for evil. Some of those trailers will suck. Some will be pure gold. An AI generated depicting criminals for Zohran Mamdani. Not even 20 minutes into the second mayoral debate, Cuomo's official account, Andrew Cuomo, tweeted the video. It was reshared many times before being deleted. Thanos, out of existence. And Cuomo and Mamdani campaigns did not immediately respond to the Guardian's request for comment. The video, which has been saved and reshared by various people, runs a little over 2 minutes and opens with the AI iteration of Mamdani first running through the streets of New York, then eating rice with his hands. It goes on to show a black man and a woman, and a drug dealer, and a sex trafficker, and all others showing their support for Mandani. The reaction of the video, which was re-uploaded by journalist Prem Thakur, was fast and negative. So Shannon Watts, founder from Moms Demand Action, a grassroots organization that advocates for gun violence prevention, called it so gross and full of racist stereotypes, including a black man dressed like a pimp driving a car full of white women. Cuomo needs to be thrown in the ash heap of history, which, by the way, I know that Trump is all in, as is Eric Adams for Cuomo. But my goodness, listen, I think people forgot that he was governor of New York State in 2020. He wasn't doing that too good. And his policies and what he did as governor and the scandals surrounding him and everything else in between did not aid him at all. If this was the best the establishment can do, there's a good chance Mandami's going to win it. I was surprised how the New York primary turned out for Zoran Mandani. That was very historic, and there's a very good chance. I'll say that it's above 50% of Zoran Mandani very well likely winning the seat. And also the fact that Cuomo is running as an independent is a joke upon itself. I'm pretty sure Jose and Larry are kind of upset with the fact that Cuomo is able to fly around as an independent and have all the doors open for him. Wink. Continuing on, again, look. The bigger picture, though, is yes, was the campaign ad absolutely cringe? Oh, full on, 100%. But it's the future. You see, as people, humans, as we become more glued to our smartphones, our technology, our laptops, our computers, and everything else, as we are just looking at videos quick and fast, this is pure gold if you know how to use it properly. And when I mean properly, this is pure gold if you know how to use technology in a way in which you can, I don't know, convince the voter in maybe a 15-second AI ad why your candidate's a better choice. And this, unfortunately, will lead to a repeat. And I've been talking about this repeat and people falling for the same trap. Now, we talked about the Fight the Oligarchy tour and how people being suckered into the Democrat Party. It's like we didn't learn anything the past 8 years. And during those past 8 years, you know, we saw people fall for Bernie Sanders or fall for the Trump narrative, team red, team blue. But then there was a growing movement of independent thought, independent movements, third parties, all of that. But now I see the cycle repeating itself where people can be once again suckered in to team red and team blue. You have Donald Trump, who obviously triggers everyone in between. You have the same Donald Trump who recently went viral for sharing a video of him flying a fighter jet in an AI ad, of course, taking a morning dump on all the protesters at the No Kings March protest. This is where we're going with politics now. We're not going to become more informed. What this will devolve into is bathroom-style graffiti humor that you find in a Porta-John, that you find in a seedy strip club, that you find in some area that is being torn down. You're going to have nothing but shite talking left and right. Oh, my opponent's bad. It's going to be Saturday morning cartoon stupidity. And I mean no disrespect to Saturday morning cartoons, but that's what it's going to be reduced down to. We're not going to be informed about policy. We're going to be learning more about how to embarrass or disrespect the opposing party. That's it. And the Democrats will use it. The Republicans will use it. The fact that Cuomo used it, the fact that Trump has used it. Don't be surprised if you see other prominent Democrats doing the same thing. It'll be sloppy at first, and then you'll realize you'll miss those old school ads where at least they tried to convince you about policy. And even though they were lying through their teeth, we have entered the age of idiocracy. No, correction. We've been in it for a while. But I think now it's full speed ahead. So one more time, for the people in back, in case you just tuned in. The future. It's scary. It's scary. I said sharing. It's scary. And I don't like it.
Zohran Mamdani's opponents want you to believe he's an inexperienced radical whose policies will make New York City more dangerous. But what do his actual supporters think?
Mamdani isn't crazy.
He's just trying to even the playing field.
You know, give everyone a fair shot. Sure,
Bad cookies. Johnny Somali right now is in trouble for his own deep fakes, okay? He got a small win, but that's about it. You know, he got one of his charges dropped. Dude is still facing some trouble up ahead.
he said multiple times we need to defund the police, but that was just a metaphor.
And yes, he did say crime is a social construct, but that was also a metaphor.
His main backer, the Democratic Socialists' ideas are common sense, such as
Decriminalizing misdemeanors, like shoplifting.
third-degree assault,
Trespassing. Prostitution.
And drunk driving.
With plans to
Way to go, Grandma. We love you.
decriminalize all drugs. Mamdani will be a job creator for drug dealers.
Instead of helping us homeless get off the streets and into the mental health facilities we need, he wants to give us safe injection sites to do crack and let us sleep in subway carts.
These are actual policies Mamdani and the DSA want to implement on day one.
When a woman's being domestically abused, she finally won't have to deal with some pesky cop to arrest the abuser, but now a social worker to help, kumbaya the situation.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Mamdani is finally lowering jail sentences.
guilty!
But Mamdani says you're free to go.
Which, by the way, again, hey, Cuomo, you don't inject crack or crackium. You don't do that.
Who cares if legalizing prostitution statistically leads to an increase for sex trafficking of women and young girls by 70%?
You can't have safety without equality.
For unlawful abiding citizens like us, globalize the intifada.
I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal.
I'm a criminal.
Yep. I'm a criminal.
For Zohran.
For Zohran Mamdani!
I didn't have a real job until I was 30, but sure, give me the keys to the city. What's the worst that can happen?
Paid for by Cuomo for NYC.
Bad cookies. Crack is a poor person's drug. Cuomo only knows that white booger sugar, the cocainium, titanium, propanium. But who was your favorite character? Mine was the pimp. I like the pimp, okay? I like the pimp. The pimp was my favorite character. He was the hero. He was the hero we needed. Not the one we deserved, but the one we needed.